they'll have that first round playoff bye. Unfortunately, Springford's ranked 10th, and they will not get that bye in the first round. But they can gain some good momentum and good confidence moving forward if they can take this one tonight.
Yeah, definitely. This is a huge game for Springford after the last 2 years making it to the PAC final and then losing. It's got to be right. It's got to be a chip on their shoulder. You got to use that in this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And you talk about that. Yeah, they were in the last two finals and unfortunately unable to get that championship trophy. And you'd have to say a lot of the pressure is on them. They're the ones that have been here before and were unable to get it done. So the Rams have their work cut out for them tonight.
Yeah, definitely. You know that's in the back of their minds. You know that they're thinking of that, and they just want to get that win.
Yeah, so we're at a very balmy 50 degrees with high winds here at Wildcat Stadium. So it might come into play here with some of these crossers. The wind's blowing from, if you're looking at the field here from our cameras, it's directly coming into our face at a pretty good clip. Wind gusts probably 15 to 20 miles an hour. So it's going to be definitely a factor in this game.
Yeah, definitely. That'll be a huge impact when you're definitely on corners and stuff like that with the ball high in the air. The wind's definitely going to take it. So you just got to be prepared for that.
Okay. Yeah, so excuse us here, John's mic. Here we're having a little bit of technical difficulty, so we'll, hopefully get that squared away as this game moves forward. If you're having trouble hearing them, we apologize, and hopefully we'll get going. And you can see here early on, John, each team's just trying to feel each other out, and I think Springford will control a majority of this game. That's what Boyertown does. They like to pack it in defensively and then make some runs. And Springford, I think, just also has to play a patient game. They have certainly enough talent to move the ball up and down and hopefully get some shots early.
Yeah, definitely. You don't want them to get too eager and make a mistake and then have it bite them. Definitely, because Boyertown is that team that will wait, and then pounce once you make that mistake. So you want to be smart with the moves that you make.
Yeah, like you said, Boyertown is a very control, team. They sit back, they play a defensive mindset, and they're good at it. That's why they're 15-1-2 coming in here. Springford's 14-4 with two of their losses coming to these Bears. Free ball. Oh, Brandon Duke had a chance there on a misplay by the keeper, and that was the real first good opportunity Springford Rams have had in this game.
Yeah, definitely. That ball was just sitting there for Brandon Duke. Springford's definitely been controlling the ball a lot this game. They've had it in Boyertown zone almost the whole time.
Yeah, and then that's their MO. I mean, like we said, they kind of play more of a defensive style game. Springford, they like to attack, and they have some really good skilled players and can move it up the field in a hurry. Especially number 10, Brandon Duke. You have Galati up front, as Ethan Moss up in the middle, and these guys can really get after it and put up some goals offensively as they led the PAC in goals scored this year.
Yeah, definitely. That front for Springford is very strong, very high scoring. Definitely carrying this team. Like guys like Brandon Duke or Galati, big parts of this team. That ball goes out there.
Yeah, so here at RCTV, we're on our first away venture of the season. Have a good doubleheader for us. Now the boys' championship playing against Boyertown, and again we'll have a matchup: Springford Rams against Boyertown Bears for the girls' PAC championship later this evening. So, really good sports venue tonight here at Owen J. Roberts, and hopefully Springford Rams can bring them 2 trophies today.
Yeah, definitely. That'd be amazing. Ball goes out there. Boyertown throw in. Nice strong throw. Good head.
Oof.
Almost seems like McDoyle just couldn't get his hands on that ball. That was very scary.
Yeah, first 2 balls that get in on the keepers, they're having a hard time handling it, whether a little bit of a nerves or that wind playing effect there. But boy, some anxious moments on the first 2 balls that visited the goalies tonight, and no harm done there. McDoyle, we know he's solid back there and is an excellent keeper. So maybe just a little bit of nerves. He'll settle in. He'll be fine back there.
Yeah.
Good opportunity here for the Rams on a set piece. See if they can get something going. Look for somebody flashing in the back. We see Andrew Merchant on the far side Maybe he'll make a run. We have number 16 in there, Connor Lynch. Hopefully he'll get a run. Good ball in there. Oh, goalie's able to get a fist on it, punch it out there. Good heads-up play by the Boyertown keeper. Boyertown's looking to make a charge here. Good through ball. McPoyle will pick that up easily, and no more harm there on that run. Good job defensively by Springford to make it tough for Boyertown to squeeze one through. So on Wednesday, or was it Tuesday night in the semifinals, Boyertown was able to have a pretty easy game, or actually not an easy game. They beat Owen J. Roberts by the score of 1-0, and Springford made it here to the final by beating. That's escaping me now. They beat Pottsgrove 1-0 in order to get to these games. So both of them had some real tight games in the semifinals, and that's what you want here for the Final Four, the PAC boys soccer. It's been some real close games this season in the PAC, and with the exception of a couple blowouts. But those semifinal games, both 1-0 games, were very tight, very highly contested games. So serves both of them right coming in here. They had some, good contests the other night, and hopefully it'll carry over tonight where these two teams will play real well.
Yeah, definitely. This should definitely be another good one. Definitely a real close game. Boyertown thought that they had an easier game going into it, but they only won in overtime, which was kind of surprising to some people.
All right, and that's out on Boyertown there. Good hustle in there by Tommy Bodenschatz to be able to create some pressure, try to get the run on the outside. And the Boyertown defender had no other choice but to kick it out in the goal line. So this will be a real good set piece for Springford and a good opportunity to maybe get a goal on the board early in this game.
Yeah, definitely. Good play by the goalie.
Real good play. Had Tommy Bodenschatz in there, as well as some other Rams. It was a big mess in there with a lot of people in there. Initial cross, good play. One Ram got their head on. Unfortunately, went straight up in the air and didn't get on goal. But good opportunity early for the Bears, putting some pressure on the Bears defense.
Yeah, definitely. Goalie gets ready to kick it out.
Yeah, the transition play is going to be big here for Springford. Their midfielders do an excellent job. Like we said, we have Moss up in the midfield. He does an awesome job. We have Andrew Merchant, Connor Lynch. They're really that connection from the defense up into the offensive line. They can push it up real fast. Springford has plenty of speed. You can see Bo Jackson taking it to the outside, cuts it back in, trying to create some plays here. And there's Moss up with the left foot. Oh, just wide. And he's claiming it. It went off Boyertown, but the ref didn't buy it, so it's going to be a goal kick. And that was Brett Colati with the left, kicking that one just wide from our vantage point. So we're about 8 minutes into the first half, still 0-0 here at Wildcat Stadium in our PAC final game. Boyertown Bears against Springford Rams.
Yeah, going back to what you said about the midfield, it's definitely a big part of this game. It's definitely going to be a big part for Springford, as it's that they're those three people that get that ball from defense to offense, and they're definitely going to have to try and keep it in and make sure that it stays in that offensive zone.
Right, and that's the thing that watching Springford play this year is the pace at which they play and the amount of pressure they put on the opposing defense is unbelievable. They really know how to get the ball in there offensively, and this ball's out to Merchant. He tries to head it back into the box. And you can see that's what Boyertown does. They just try to clear it real fast as number 16 for Boyertown. Justin Patton just heads it out of bounds, and that's what they do. They just try to limit the chances defensively for Springford. But Springford just needs to be patient, not get frustrated, because I think Springford up front is just uber talented. They have a lot of talent up front.
Yeah, they do have a lot of talent up front. Just got to be patient, wait for their opportunity.
Yeah, the opportunities will certainly come, and they've had plenty of shots against Boyertown this year. They just haven't been able to capitalize. They got to be able to find the back of the net and get that ball in the goal, because they've been offensively against Boyertown in those two losses pretty much outshot them both games.
Yeah, they've been very dominant. They had the ball in their zone the entire time, and they just can't capitalize on their opportunities, which is something that you need to do when you're in close games like that against good teams.
And you can see there, just they keep the pressure on. Transition, they do it good, and they're going to be a penalty foul right
Yeah,
there, so
trip
that'll be
there.
a free kick for Springford. And you can see the hustle, the relentless hustle play by Brandon Duke, Brett Galati, and Colin Trainer. They just get after it over and over, and
Yeah.
their motors are just nonstop. Their energy's just contagious up there in the front
Oh,
line. And here,
Brandon Duke.
Duke, you see the footwork and the skill he has.
Oh, oh. Like, Boyertown's blocked 3 straight shots.
Yeah, you can see they're not afraid to put their body in front of the ball. And Springford, plenty of opportunities, but just couldn't get any of those
Yeah.
shots on net. And great offensive pressure by the Rams, and in turn, Boyertown defense. They are standing tall and not afraid to get in the lanes of those shots. I was looking down at the Springford bench. They were all standing and cheering their teammates on from that series of that flurry of offensive shots. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
none of them got on goal, but kind of pumps them up and tries to hopefully get some momentum on the Springford side.
Just a kick out there by McBoyle.
And this is what we were talking about, this keys to the game, and I think this is going to be a corner for, are they going to give him a throw-in or a corner?
It looks like it's a throw in.
They're going to give him a throw-in, okay. I couldn't quite see it. So McBoyle got that ball before it went over the end line and kicked it out. It was a good play by him, good heads-up play. As we said, Boyertown likes their set pieces. They're real good at it, and I'm sure that's yesterday at practice, that's all the coach had them doing was practicing these set pieces
Yeah.
and being in good position and limited Boyertown's opportunities.
Because those corners are definitely very scary when, especially with Boyertown, they seem to capitalize on this a lot.
Right. They, like you said, Springford's controlling the pace of play, and it only takes one corner from Boyertown, one mistake, they're going to get a set piece, and they could possibly go up real fast on Springford, and that's what they don't want.
Yeah, that is the last thing you need. Out on Boyertown there.
Yeah, it'll be a goal kick for us. Good defense down here in the corner. That was good patient work, using his body to fend off the Boyertown defender and earn that goal kick. So that was a nice play there by Liam Murray, number 30. Very headsy play, very patient, and was able to seal the defender off. And Boyertown got kid. You could see he was disgusted that he kicked it over the goal line.
Yeah.
Nice little give and go here. And that's Connor Lynch looking to cross. All right, and that was knocked down by the Boyertown defender. You can see the goalie was able to get it. That's Mason Kurtz for Boyertown. Not much of a shot on net, but it was there. The cross was there. Good job defensively by Boyertown to mute that crossing pass.
Yeah, that's just what you got to do. You just got to get that ball to the net in situations like that. When you get a fast break like that, you just got to just get that ball towards the net. Maybe the goalie will make a mistake and the ball will pop out. You just got to keep doing that.
Yep, you don't shoot, you won't get a goal. Good things happen when you get the ball on net. And you can see here, Liam Murray plays it back to McBoyle, and he tries to get that quick transition. Nice job by McBoyle. Way to read that. Young man comes up there and makes the save, but it's a little anxious moments there for the Springford Rams.
Good keep by Murray. Oh, thought he kept it.
Yeah, it was right down in front of us here, but the ref on the sideline said that was out. It'll be a Boyertown throw-in. Yeah, overall, I think the Springford's doing a real nice job controlling the pace of play, getting some connection. Had some early opportunities there. Unfortunately, like I said, Boyertown muted a bunch of shots. They didn't even get on net, but I think Springford's playing their game, and they what they want to do. They want to control with their skilled players, and they're able to do that. Yeah, very good tackle. Very aggressive style of play. He's a very physical, very solid player, and he does it cleanly. That's the most important thing, as we see there a foul for, or I guess that ball went out. It'll be a throw in for Boyertown.
Yeah, it was a good tackle by Bowden Chance right after Merchant.
Absolutely.
Just diving for that ball.
Yeah, good to see the hustle, the intensity that Springford's playing with right now. They're doing an excellent job of keeping Boyertown, you know, on the defensive side, as there's a good physical play right there. The Boyertown player wanted a foul in the box. That was Landon Wenger, but he did not get the call. It'll be a goalie kick for Springford. Yeah, it's amazing. You know, sometimes some games can be very physical in soccer. It all depends on how the ref calls it. If the ref's letting things go, it just gets more and more physical as this game goes. So far, it's been a real clean game. These two teams know each other well, playing each other 2 times, and it's become a real good rivalry. Um, you know, and like you said, Springford's hungry for that title. Last 2 years, they finished runner-up, and they want to go home with a title today, especially losing to Boyertown twice earlier this season.
Yeah, I feel like as we get closer to the end of this game, it might get a little bit more chippy. As if it stays close like this, Springford has that aggression. They've lost already twice to Boyertown, and they've been runner up 2 years in a row. That chip is definitely on their shoulder. You might see them get try and put that little bit too much of a body on them. Might take that foul.
Yeah, that intensity is certainly going to ramp up as things get later and later in this game, and things get more and more hairy. So it's going to that's what you want out of a championship atmosphere. As there's a good move there. Oh, and he is unable to finish it. Colin Trainer, excellent run there by the young man. Offensive star all season for Springford, has 13 goals, 12 assists on the season, and unfortunately was unable to get his 14th right there.
Yeah, that would have been amazing. Great footwork by him.
And there's one of those plays. And here's Boyertown, a little bit of a break.
Ooh,
Oh,
good play.
nice play. Way to recover. That was just a nice
Yeah,
job.
that was a really good play there.
Matt Kerr for Boyertown had a nice run, but he was snuffed out real fast. Good hustle for everybody to get back there on that end line. You have Christian Wirtz back there. You know, like we said, we talked about Adam Merchant, Liam Murray. Those guys are relentless back there as well. And good display of speed to get back there on one of Boyertown's only chance of the game so far.
It's gonna be a corner. It's a corner.
Yeah, and this is where you just you have to match up. If you're Springford, know where everybody is, know what they want to do. This was a tough point in their game last time. Oh, and that was, and again, got through. Boyertown player got a head on it and then steered it wide. So Springford, defended that one well. It was way outside. I mean, that would have been a tough header to get from that type of distance. So.
Yeah, not the best kick there.
Right, and then you could see the wind really affected that one from McPoyle. The wind is blowing this way, so that just pushed that ball right on out of bounds.
He's got 15 mile an hour and it's just blowing straight this way.
As you can see, here comes another one. It's going to be way on out, so Springford just clearing them out here and just hopefully get their momentum back. Besides, Boyertown showing a little bit of life offensively, which they haven't done so too much here, as they try to make another run, and that one's a little bit too heavy and goes harmlessly out of bounds. It'll be a Springford throw-in. We're winding down about the halfway mark of this first half. It's been pretty evenly matched. I would say Springford controlled the pace of play for the most part. Boyertown really only had 2 opportunities, one on a corner and one on a little bit of a run. And Springford had a couple chances, a couple shots on goal. That unfortunately didn't get through.
Good play by that old Lynch. Almost got it to Duke there.
Yeah, it was a good open field interception there by the Boyertown defender that thwarted that opportunity. We could see it developing from up here in the booth, and it looked real good. Just didn't get enough on it to get it through. Unfortunately, to Brandon Duke. Yeah, good job by Tommy Boneschatz. He's coming all the way up from his offensive position and playing good, solid defense and forcing a Boyertown player into a mistake.
Good aggression there. Put his body on him, not too much, just enough to make him force it out of bounds.
And you can see McPoyle here. He's placing the ball down, and the ball's moving on him because it's just so windy.
Good head. Right on Boyertown there. Uh-oh. Orchard's got to get back.
Oh.
Good play by McPoyle.
Oh,
Play
my.
by McPoyle.
What a play. Andrew Merchant, what a nice play at just staying with keeping his arms in and just kind of riding that defender and using his body, but not in an obvious way where he's going to draw a foul. Boy, oh boy, that was anxious moments there for the Springford Rams, but they, again, just a real solid defensive play for the Rams right there.
You can tell that the Boyertown player definitely wanted a penalty there.
Yeah, I think it was clean. I mean, they were both riding each other. They both kept their arms down in that situation, and McPoyle, he did a real nice job of just kind of staying patient, trying to be big back there as the keeper, because at that point, if he takes a shot, you're in no man's land. You have no opportunity to react to when the defender is that close. But whew, some real anxious moments there for Springford.
Yeah, very scary, very scary. Just gotta get the ball. Just gotta keep it.
Oh, wow. What a great shot by Boyertown. Ball was just kind of hung up there.
Boyertown.
And what a
With the score,
fantastic header to get it past McPoyle. He thought maybe that was going to be wide and looked like it had everybody fooled. But, boy, what a fantastic cross and a fantastic goal from Boyertown.
Correction, that's number 17 for Boyertown, Nick Wilson. Checking into the game for Springford, number 28.
Yeah, I didn't.
Marcel
From this angle,
Branson.
it didn't like it even had a chance. That was scored by number 17, Nick Wilson from Boyertown. And again, you know, Boyertown, it looked like Springford was controlling the game there, and then all of a sudden, Boyertown turned the table a little bit and had us on our heels, and Boyertown gets up early in this championship game. Springford's going to get an opportunity on this one. Hopefully, get back in, and you just want a chance. You know, you want a good set piece here, good cross. Let's see who's going to take it. Number 14 there is Colin Trainer. He'll hopefully hit somebody on the backside here and see if we can get a good opportunity to knot this thing up.
Got it in the middle. Just couldn't get it.
Good job there by Mossop to be able to control that ball. And you see Merchant here looking for a little bit of a give and go with Brett Galati. It didn't work out. Good pressure, though. His footwork and skill is just unbelievable. How fast and quick he is. How quickly he can stop and turn and just make the best of defenders look silly. And he's able to create. Takes that shot and goes off a Boyertown player. So the Rams will be able to get another corner piece right here. And this one's going to be with the wind. So hopefully he can get some air in this ball. And again, we'll see if we can find one of a white shirt inside. Wirt stepping up. Oof. Big collision there. Colin Trainer's unable to get that. There's a shot on goal. Oh, almost squeaks through. That was a good quick shot there by number 12, Brett Galati, on goal and kind of handcuffed the keeper there. Hopefully I was going to squirt out the backside, but there was no Rams in the area to even tap that one home anyway.
Good shot.
Yeah, real good shot. And that's what you want. You just want to get those balls on goal, get those shots on goal, and hopefully we'll be able to get one and get an equalizer here soon. Good job by Christian Wirt stepping up and intercepting that pass and making it tough on Boyertown. You know, Springford just needs to keep their composure. They have the offensive firepower to get back in this game, but you have to limit Boyertown's chances.
You don't want to think about it too much. You got a lot of time left in this soccer game. You got a lot of offensive power in your front line.
Exactly. And you can see here, Springford's again spreading it out, do what they do, find the open holes, rely on their skill players. They're using their defenders, their mids, hopefully to create something and get an opportunity. Merchant, good ball into the corner to Brett Galati's looking across. And here, Boyertown will get another set, or Springford will get another corner. I believe this is their third one of the game.
Yeah.
Boyertown has 2 so far in the game. They haven't, nobody's scored on the corner yet. But Springford's creating some
Checking
chances.
into the game for Springford, number 7, Nick Denetta.
Here we got Nick Denetta checking in here for Connor Lynch as he comes off. Nick Denetta here just got to get into this game quick because he hasn't been in the game at all, so he's just got to try and get into his quick. Oh. Good save by the keeper. Nick Deneta's just got to get into this game quick. He can't come out too slow, especially because Springford's already down. He's got to come right into it.
Yeah, Colin, he got that shot right on goal, hit off the keeper, and the keeper didn't handle it cleanly. And there was 2 Springford Rams there to try to pick up some trash, but unfortunately they weren't able to capitalize on it. But you just, like I said, you just keep the pressure on, keep things calm, keep hustling out there, which they're doing. As we can see, a good play over here, and I believe that was Marcel Francis who checked into the game just a little bit ago that we unfortunately forgot to tell you. Good hustle play by that young man.
Yeah, he hustles. He's very fast. Does a lot of hustle. That's the third time that the Boyertown goalies not been able to control the ball after the initial shot. So you just gotta look out for that and just try and get as many shots on as possible.
You can see there he came up. Good decision there by the keeper. Came up quick. Mason Kurz for Boyertown. And, he's doing what he's supposed to do. But, yeah, you're right. A couple of them he did look a little shaky on. And like you said, you want to get that ball in on goal. Chilly night, a lot of wind. Ball's probably doing some tricks out there. And just you want to keep crashing that net, too. Keep getting into that box and maybe even pick up one of those rebounds if he does make a mistake. Oh, great ball by Merchant into Trainer. Gets a head on it. Unfortunately, hit that one high, but you could just see that one develop from our angle. Beautiful, beautiful entry pass by Merchant, right on the money. And just unfortunate he couldn't get the right angle on that shot.
Yeah, good ball by Merchant. He just hit it a little bit too high.
Yeah, the skill is just unbelievable, right? You can see that ball, and you know exactly where he wants to go for it. And he's kicking that into the wind a little bit. Real nice pass there, and just couldn't quite connect. But you see Bowden Schatz and the Boyertown Bear player, number 12, Dante Folk, going at that ball aggressively, and the call goes in Boyertown's favor. Good defense by the referee there, helps slow that pass down. But you can see, Boyertown there, they're just kind of, they look for opportunities. They don't necessarily attack the way Springford attacks. And, I'd like to see Springford get a good transition going and maybe catch Boyertown off guard and get an opportunity, as you can see. And Springford just is, again, going to be relentless at the ball, just like they are all year long, and their hustle and nonstop motor up there by their front three. Hopefully it'll continue. You can see, Coach has Marcel Francis up on the line, give some breathers to some of the other guys, and maybe, increase the intensity in which Springford can do by getting some players some rest here early in the first half. Oh, great play. Andrew Merchant there, on the Boyertown player. Good defense.
Yeah, very good defense. Just stayed in front of him, didn't get faked out by that move. Just took the ball from him. Here's Marcel Francis trying to get that deep, but he can't. Boyertown. Here's Andrew Merchant, just again with the relentless pressure from Boyertown.
Coming into the game for Springford, number 24,
Now coming in.
Ekau Asamanning.
Area basketball is checking out. Echo Asumani is now coming into the game.
Yeah, so Springford's looking for some different combinations here. Maybe coach wants to push some different buttons here and get a little bit more offense clicking as and get some opportunities here late in this first half, I should say.
Yeah, anything to just get them going and just get their confidence back up.
Yeah, the first 10-15 minutes of the game it was all Springford. And then since that goal by Boyertown, Springford just doesn't seem to have the rhythm offensively as they did in the early part of this first half.
Yeah, it seems like it's kind of died down a little bit, their pressure. Trainer lost that one in transition.
Nice job by Christian Wirtz stepping up there. Nice job. You can see he read that on that long pass. It gives him an opportunity to step up. He read it beautifully and was able to, again, get that ball up the field and possibly, unfortunately, it didn't work out, but get Springford up on that offensive end quickly. Yeah, they work real well together. I mean, you can see that the give and goes, the little triangles that they like to play from Springford, that comes with a lot of communication, a lot of hard work and practices.
Bicycle kick there for Merchant. Chance just hits it out.
All right. Good job by Christian Wirtz not allowing that cross. Boyertown had a streaker coming wide there. Matt Kerr was really crashing the far side. It would have been a potential scoring opportunity for the Bears had that cross cleared Christian Wirtz, which is a good play. You can see Boyertown now is going to have their third corner of the game. And again, this is a point of emphasis all week. And you can see the Boyertown player had a free run, number 15. Colby Howe had a head on that one with nothing but net in front of him. Unfortunately for the Springford Bears, he directed that one high.
Along with number 10, Brandon Duke.
Now checking back into the game, we got Connor Lynch and Brandon Duke got their rest. Now they're ready to get back out there and tie this one up.
Yeah, important minutes there by Denetti and Marcel to spell some of the starters for Springford, get them some rest, and hopefully here we can get a little bit of a opportunities offensive. Here's a little bit of a run. Oh, good solid play there by Boyertown defender. Yeah, with 7:23 left in the first half, I'd like to see if Springford can get a couple shots on goal. Oh, tried the heel kick to free. I couldn't catch the number on that, but that was almost a real sweet play that would develop there, but unfortunately they could not connect on that. And here is Brendan Duke, swings it out wide to Galati. Galati, with all his momentum going wide there, just tried to cross that one, couldn't get anything on that one. We'll have a throw in here for Springford.
It's got that strong throw. Let's see if he can get it in the middle.
Yeah, like you said, that's into the wind here, and it's a long throw, even without the wind. As Galati, tries to stab that one out of the air and get that on goal, and you can see that just goes high and wide, unfortunately. Again, we'd like to thank you with your patience here. We're experiencing a little bit of technical difficulty with one of our microphones up in the booth, but hopefully you're enjoying the PAC final here between the Springford Rams and the Boyertown Bears, and hopefully we'll get this situation corrected on this blustery night at Wildcat Stadium. Bears are up 1-0 thanks to a beautiful header by Nick Wilson for the Bears' only score. It was pretty much their only real opportunity on goal, and it was just an excellently placed header, good cross, and unfortunately for Springford, there's not much you can do when the team plays it that perfectly. Oh, nice little play. Nice crossing. Nice job by Brett Galati, who tried to, I guess you call that like a little bit of a sidekick, little misdirection, and had that one wide. But that was a real nice play there for the Rams offensively as we're ticking down with 5 minutes left in the first half. You see the Boyertown player, you know, he can't play that one with his feet. If he plays the Boyertown defender, number 15, Colby Houck plays that with his feet, then the keeper can't pick it up. So that's why you could see he tried to head it twice and give his goalkeeper an opportunity to play that. And but some anxious moments there again, trying to pick up those scraps, and hopefully soon Springford can capitalize on a mistake. Oh man, nice play. Oh! Good cross. Oh! Again, good pressure. Colin Trainer there, excellent play on the end line. Was able to cross that ball, and you have to give it up for Mason Curse being aggressive and stop that, because Springford was on the doorstep to slam that one home. Man, excellent play up front.
A lot of opportunities there for Springford. Still can't capitalize. It's gotta be frustrating.
Yeah, that's the one thing that you worry about. Hopefully they won't get frustrated. They you know, stay calm, understand that they are a good team, you know. But when you lose to a team twice and you're getting opportunities but can't score, you wonder how much of that frustration is going to set in. Yeah, good heads-up play there by Colby Houck, just letting that ball harmlessly go out of bounds, and you just use your body to kind of screen the Rams offender, Galati, away from it. And frustrating for Galati, putting all that effort and hustle down there to not come up with it. You know, can be frustrating for sure, but you know, you appreciate the hard work that these boys do to try to hustle out every single ball that gets down there. Wirtz, I mean, you can see back there, you know, in Springford, they, you know, you have Wirtz, Murray, and Merchant back there. They know what to do when that ball's down there. They get it out fast. They don't try to mess around. You know, you certainly don't want that ball bouncing around there or have any fancy footwork in the moment when all you need to do is clear it. Yeah, right now the Springford Rams just having a hard time connecting that defensive, their defense transition to midfield and getting it up offensively. You know, they'll get it. But right now, you know, Boyertown's doing a good job of just sending it up there. As it was that Bochatz gets taken down, it'll be foul on Boyertown. It'll be Springford ball.
That's a big part of the game, that transition from defense to offense.
Yeah, keep that connection, absolutely. And Springford Rams do it, you know, just as good as anybody in the league for sure. And you know, that's why they have the record they do, because they can do that consistently and are excellent at doing it. Here we are in the closing seconds of the first half with the Boyertown up 1-0 in this PAC championship finale. Hopefully, Springford will come out in this second half and be able to, get an equalizer and then go from there and hopefully be able to pull this thing out at some point. Like I said, they finished runner-up the last 2 seasons, and they're hungry. We know they're hungry coming in, but unfortunately for them, they're coming up against a Boyertown team that has their number so far this year.
Yeah. Trying to get that last shot.
Oh, great job by McPoyle coming to get that one.
Good.
And that will end the first half of this PAC final with the Boyertown Bears with a 1-0 lead against our Springford Rams, and we will be back after halftime with hopefully what will be a victorious second half.
Home fire drills give your family a plan of action. In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So when you drill, show everyone 2 ways out of the house, pick a safe meeting spot, and get there in under 2 minutes. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year. You can even make them fun. So everyone knows the sound and exactly what to do when they hear a smoke alarm. Go to ready.gov/fire drill and learn how to prepare your family for home fires.
Hey!
There are amazing things to discover in the forest.
Toothless, time to go! What you picking up on, bud?
It's a whole hidden world of wonders. And the perfect place to spend time with family. What better place to let your imagination soar? Experience nature and create a memory you can share. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest or park near you.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back here to Wildcat Stadium. Here we got the second half of Springford against Boyertown. In that first half, Boyertown got 1 goal on a header. Springford had a lot of chances, but they just couldn't capitalize. And when they come out here, they just got to look to capitalize on those opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, the pace of play, they controlled it there in the first probably 12 to 15 minutes of play. Springford controlled it offensively, kept it down to Boyertown's end, but Boyertown, like we said, we were talking here at halftime, they kind of lull you to sleep a little bit, and then boom, next thing you know, they have an opportunity, and that header that they had was just perfectly executed play by them. And here we have Brandon Duke on a little bit of a run. He's able to get the ball, gets it back out, and tries to cross. And but Boyertown again, they capitalized. They had 3 corners, but that header looked harmless when it was happening.
Yeah.
And from our vantage point, didn't look like it was going in. But boy, oh boy, what a beautiful goal!
Because for so long, Springford just had the ball in their zone, and then all of a sudden, it was just Boyertown's up 1-0. It just came out of nowhere. They just pounced on that opportunity.
Yeah, for sure. And that's what you have to do, and that's what good teams do. As the Springford bench didn't like that call, including the coach. But Springford, they just got to keep pounding away here, and hopefully get an equalizer soon, and put some pressure on, and hopefully bring home that PAC title for the Springford Rams that's had eluded them the last 2 seasons.
Here's Merchant trying to get the ball. There goes Boyertown's back. Gets shoved.
Oh, Boyertown's awarded a corner. It looked like Tommy was able to let that one go, but looked like the defender was able to lean on Tommy just a little bit there and had him lose his balance. And Tommy, unfortunately, fell into the ball, and it'll be a Boyertown corner, which will be their 4th set piece from the corner in this game. Oh.
Just a little bit too high.
And you could see there how that ball, again, the wind is still a major factor tonight. You can see everybody bundled up on the sideline. It is blowing. It's probably 15, 20 mile an hour winds, maybe even gusting up to 25. And that ball there on that corner, you could see just sailed. I mean, it just took off on the Boyertown player as Bone Schatz looks to push it up here and hopefully get an opportunity as Galati is unable to handle that ball on the far sideline.
Boyertown heads it to Duke. Gives it back to Boyertown. Just playing a little give and go kind of thing.
good battle over there with Galati.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like to watch that footwork over there by him and Brendan Duke and Colin Trainer. The foot skills that these boys possess is just unbelievable at this level. It's good to see him battling over there, and hopefully all this hard work will cash in for him here at the Rams. They're really going to have to take some risks. They'll probably settle in here a little bit, and but as this half continues to go on, they're going to take more and more risks and push up. They're going to have to push somebody up defensively, and hopefully they won't get caught by Boyertown trying to get that equalizer.
Yeah, for sure. Because at some point they're gonna have to start to apply that pressure on offense and just try and get that goal because you can't sit back and wait too long.
Yeah, they're not going to have a choice. They're going to have to go at them. They're going to have to go at them real hard. Ooh, good shot.
Just a tiny bit high. Oh, that was scary.
Yeah, that ball was smoked there by Landon Wanger for Boyertown, just high. It looked like McBoyle had that covered. Had it been lower, it looked like he was in pretty good position there. The keeper for Springford Rams, I think he would have had that, but still, big foot, big heavy shot on that one.
Handball there by Austin Manning. Marching again with the forecheck there. Gets tackled behind the play. He's ready to kick it. Off lynch there, Boyertown ball. Little bicycle kick there by Boyertown. It goes out. Ooh, just missed there by Lynch.
Yeah, you can see these balls that are kicked high in the air. The players are having a tough time judging the distance on it because the ball is getting pushed around a lot by the wind tonight.
Yeah, it's really hard to judge.
Certainly is a factor. As a number 6 for Boyertown takes that one almost off the face, but he's all right.
Here's Bowden Chats. Gets it. Oh, Lynch lets it go. Ooh. Austin Manning tackled there. Out there on Boyertown.
Yeah, crisp night like tonight, though. These boys out there taking headers. I don't know how they do it.
That ball's got to be so hard.
Yeah, certainly something I don't want to be doing on a chilly night.
Yeah, no, definitely not. Austin Manning lets that go. Ref calls him back. Good head by Duke.
Yeah, I think that ball took that throw in a little. That wind took that throw in and pushed it out. Brendan Duke did a nice job of keeping that in and helping the Rams maintain possession down here in the offensive end.
Gets through to Duke. Lynch. Nicolai's got it.
Shot. Oh,
Good
big
shot
left
by
foot by Galati. No, unfortunately, nobody there for the rebound. But man, what an opportunity by Galati there. Create some space and going to his left, it just unleashes one. And an amazing save by Mason Kurtz of Boyertown to keep Springford off the board.
That was a great save. Just sprawling to his right. And that ball was not kicked light either. That was kicked really hard.
Yeah, he got all that one. He got a good left foot on that one. And again, that was, I think, probably Springford's best chance of the night to score.
Yeah, for sure.
And we had some loose balls that were bouncing around down there, but that was their best open look of the night.
The wind really took that ball up there. That got high. You could see Colin Trainer trying to follow it, and he just lost it.
Good job by Christian Wirtz there, stepping up, reading that pass. And again, he tried the little touch pass. And again, Springford's just really, you can see them trying to ramp it up here and putting the pressure on offensively. I'm sure, Coach Kessel was talking to them and say, hey, let's get the intensity up here. Let's get some opportunities early on, and Springford's doing it.
Yeah.
They're
You can see
they're
them
really
ramping it up.
really trying to control the pace of play, which they're speeding it up.
Oh, good cross. Wallace's got it. Good trainer. Digliotti. Ooh.
That's a
Another
handball.
block shot.
Ooh, maybe not. I thought it got the Boyertown player in the arm there, inadvertent, I guess. Um, Springford was able to control it. Nice little drop there by Galati. Good little work on the sideline between him and Brandon Duke. You can see the communication there. They know what each other's doing. Little give and go on the sideline to try to create and merge it with the throw in with the win.
Everyone
Ooh.
See Galati trying to get it.
Oh.
Just sneezing.
Again, the pressure's there from Springford. They just on that sequence, they weren't able to really get a clean shot. weren't able to get a clean look at it and get any steam on that shot. And Kurtz just easily picks that one up.
Yeah, Springford's really dictating the pace in this game. You can see them ramping it up after every throw, and they're sprinting to the ball, just trying to get it right in right away, try and catch Boyertown off guard.
And you can see here, Boyertown's in no hurry. They don't have anything to hurry for. They're just playing relaxed, composed, and they're gonna, hopefully, Boyertown's philosophy like, hey, let's just wait until they start really having to press and change things offensively. Boyertown was able to take a shot there. Wirtz was able to read that one and snuff it out. Good job by Christian Wirtz. Good physical play in there. Was unable to control that. You're right. Yeah, sometimes this game looks like it could be so frustrating for the boys where you think you have a play and you're unable to control it. Good run here. Good ball by Brendan Duke. Oh.
The goalie just got there.
Good run. Good run. Oh, man. Excellent ball. Just a tad too heavy for Brendan Duke to get that. But you have to give it to the goalie, Mason Kurtz, for Boyertown. Was real aggressive in that play, made the right play, and ended any hope for an equalizer for Springford.
McPaul gets it. Gives it a boot. Manning working down there.
Oh, nice play.
Good play. You can see the great passing just this whole time. Springford, they know where they're going to go with it before they go there. Oh, good pass.
Oh, Bodenschatz. Man, that was a nice look. Nice read. Unfortunately, a little bit too soft on the ball as Boyertown's called for a foul here. But, man, what a nice little give and go. You could see that seam. It wasn't much of a seam, but you could see where Tommy Bodenschatz was going to go to that with that pass, and unfortunately they were unable to connect.
He got it through one defender, just couldn't get it through that last defender. Almost a perfect pass. Out on Boyertown there. Another quick throw in. Just got it in the corner.
Oh, nice look.
Manning, good play. Out in front.
Oh.
Just couldn't get it there.
Had an opportunity. Had it in deep there. Just no passing lanes. Give Boyertown credit there.
Here's Mossett.
Nice ball. Good cross. Oh, nobody home. Oh, Brandon Duke with a shot. He's calling that was tipped. He wants a corner, but he is not going to get it. Wow, what a great cross, great play. Love the offensive pressure that Springford's applying right now, and you can definitely tell that Springford's getting some serious offensive momentum going here. And they just got to keep hustling, keep after it, keep that positive energy going, and hopefully they'll be able to capitalize soon.
see Springford's bench down there really getting into it now, liking the intensity, liking the chances, starting to get really amped up down there. I mean, Springford's playing with great intensity. They just got to capitalize on these chances.
Oh yeah, you can't fault the effort here. I mean, they're certainly dictating the pace of play. For sure, as they're looking to make another run here, as Colin Trainer, looked to go around him, was unable to. Nice little pooch shot, little touch pass from Mossop up to Trainer. Trainer's able to get it. He has his left foot. He shoots. Oh, just high. Man, what an opportunity for Colin Trainer. You could just see that one developing from here. The young man put on a sweet move, spun around with the left foot just high.
He just missed that one by a tad. I thought it was in.
Yeah, he didn't. He missed the crossbar just a little bit. He needed another 18 inches lower, and he has the game-tying goal here with 26 minutes left in the game. Good offensive pressure by the Rams.
You're trying to get that ball back.
Yeah, and that's what the Springford Rams really need to protect against, is that quick transition, because they are pushing up a little bit.
Yeah.
You got to be on the back end. You got to be solid, because there's going to be some one-on-one opportunities for Boyertown. Great move on the outside. Good cross. I was unable to get that on.
Get it back inside.
Over there on the other side. It's a great play. Good play over there. Just couldn't get that cross that he was looking for. And I believe that was Colin Lynch over there on the other side that couldn't quite connect with his teammates in front.
Springford throwing. Back off some Manning. That wind really took that ball.
Yeah, we can hear it up here in the press box howling, and it's a good thing we're in a press box. I know we have two of our cameramen outside, and they're up top on the bleachers here, and I guarantee you they are not warm out here tonight by any means. Here's Lynch, able to stop that before it crosses, gets it back out up top. Oh, way to stay with it. Back out to Mossop. Read perfectly by the Boyertown defender.
This is the scary part here about pressing up like this.
Absolutely.
These fast breaks here. Gotta work.
Yeah, Wirtz and Murray really need to be solid on the back end, because they're the only two that are up there. Merchant's pushing up a lot more for sure this half. You can certainly see that. And it's just Wirtz and Murray on the back end. As Bowden Schatz is going to get called for a little excessive hook there on the Boyertown player, and be a free kick for Boyertown.
Good head out there.
This would be a corner for Boyertown. This is their second of this half, their fifth of the game. Again, this is where Springford really needs to match up and watch that backside defender cut in. This one's kicked real deep. Oh, ball's bouncing around, it's free. Oh, and that was an offsides call on Boyertown. Whew, some real anxious moments there, and you could see Boyertown bench popped up because they could see that opportunity brewing. But, offsides on the play.
Also tries to play. Gets it back. Here's Merchant. Gets it deep. Ooh. Here's Trainer.
Good job by Trainer to keep that one in as he's cutting towards the middle here. Oh,
Tries to get the shot off. Doesn't get through.
Yeah, you can just see Colin Trainer's awareness. His footwork is just second to none as Wirtz is able to try to knife it through there, but it is cut off by a Boyertown defender. Great job by Wirtz stepping on that one to cut that one off and keep the Rams possession.
Yeah.
Good hustle, Christian. Well, we talked about the physicality amping up as this game gets closer and closer to the end, as Duke tries a header there. And it certainly is ramping up, and you can feel the intensity building every shot, every play. You're hearing moans and groans from both benches down in front of us.
Here's Lieutenant checking in now for Connor Lynch. Lynch is just going to try and rest here and get ready for this stretch here.
Again, Springford just trying to dictate the pace of play here, the pace, and hopefully they'll be able to get that equalizer. Certainly not from a lack of effort on their part, just more of a real solid Boyertown team that they're going up against tonight. Incredibly solid. But they're getting some chances. They're getting a little bit of opportunities, and they're maintaining this pressure here in the second half. Great move.
Good move by Echo.
And,
Glad he tried to keep it in, but he couldn't.
yeah, Galati wishes he would have that one back. He's able to make that play 99 out of 100, but you know, sometimes that ball just gets in on you too fast, and it's tough to react to it. All right, again, so Springford halfway through the second half. Springford still looking for that game-tying goal to, you know, to equalize it, maybe send it to overtime, or maybe they can even win this one late with 2 late goals in this game. And it's been Springford really controlling the pace of this second half, and I believe here this will be a corner kick for Springford. This will be their first set piece of the second half. Hopefully we'll be able to get a good cross. It's going to be with the wind, so the wind will be a factor here for Colin Trainer. He's going to take it. He's had a couple good set pieces in tight for Springford as he's ready to take this. Oh, just goes wide. Oh, that one made it all the way across to Lynch on the far side, or I'm sorry, that was Galati on the far side, and I think it went off of Boyertown defender just wide. Real good opportunity there for Springford, but they just have to keep that up. They have to keep the hustle up. They need to keep dictating the pace here during the end of, as we're winding down and getting past the halfway mark of this second half.
Yeah, definitely got to try and keep putting that pressure on and just keep getting chances. That's all you can do at this point. Just keep taking shots, and hopefully one will get in.
Yeah, again, thank you for being patient with us as we had some technical difficulties with one of our microphones, but our good, hard-working crew here at RCTV was able to rectify our problem. And again, this is hopefully we'll have 2 people screaming and excited here with 19 minutes left to go. We need an equalizer here by the Springford Rams. They need to continue to put the pressure on Boyertown.
Out there on Boyertown. Here's Asso Manning ready to throw it in.
Yeah, Asso Manning's come in and played some. He's been creative out here on the edge and has helped Springford offensively. He's been doing a real nice job.
Yeah, for sure, and especially because he just coming back from injury. He's been hurt for a couple weeks now, but this is his first game back after a little hip flexor injury. Wasn't sure if he was going to be able to play today.
Yeah, he's come in and played nicely for Springford for sure. There we go, Springford reversing the field here, looking for some open space, and Boyertown does a nice job of really just clogging things up.
Yeah. Oh! Ooh, just couldn't get it to Nana. Here's Merchant. Ooh. McPaul just boots it out of bounds. Comes right up here next to the booth.
Yeah, real smart play there by Springford defender. You know, you got to really cut down these transitions because, like, oh, there's a big shot that's going to be high and wide. Boyertown's going to get some shots, like we said, because Springford's going to have no choice but to push it up here. We're getting down to, right around 17 and a half minutes to play in the half, and you're down one, and you have to take risks if you're Springford. And Boyertown knows that. They're going to look to look for that, full, 50 to 60 yard pass and spring somebody and get them one-on-one.
Yeah. Ooh, Janet trying to get that out. Just missed it. Here's Bowden Chats. Gets it to Asa Manning.
Nice ball.
Good ball to
Galati.
Galati.
Galati has a little bit of a run here. Chooses to go to Duke right away. Duke, you can see the footwork. Good cross. Oh. Looking for Trainer. Good job there by the Boyertown defender, Matt Kerr, to seal off Colin Trainer on the outside. But, man, I'll tell you, that was a good rush there. Good run by Springford.
Yeah, he just couldn't get, Trainer just couldn't get to that ball, just a little bit too far out in front of him. Asa Manning will let that ball go out. McPoyle waiting for a ball. Here's Mossop. Ooh. Boyertown getting ready with the free kick.
Yeah, Boyertown would be looking for their 5th PAC title. Their last two, the last one was in 2016. They went back-to-back in 2015, 2016. There's a ball in on McPoyle. He's able to scoop that one up, no problem. So they're looking for their 5th PAC title. Springford will be looking for their 3rd if they can, get themselves back into this game. They last won in 2013.
Big downstretch here for Springford here. 15:30 left. Just got to keep putting that pressure on. Don't want to get too frustrated. You just got to wait for your opportunities.
Yeah, they're going to get some chances, and again, they're going to take some risks here and really start pushing up. They just got to keep getting that ball in goal, and hopefully maybe they can get a set piece, a corner, maybe spring somebody loose. They'll get a maybe favorable rebound and be able to get one home.
That ball's going to go out. Merchant waiting for the ball. Gets ready to throw it in. Bowden Chats here.
Oh, nice little give and go.
Good give and go there.
Well,
Brandon Duke trying to run to it.
On Duke. He's going to get it. He's not going to be able to get there on time.
Just a little short.
Yeah,
So that ball goes into the stands.
You can see Mason Kurtz just reads that ball and just ends any opportunity of Duke beyond that. He had a step on him. You could see the speed. He was able to get by the Boyertown defender. But Mason Kurtz, the keeper for Boyertown's just real savvy back there.
Entering
Real aggressive
the game
play.
Springford.
As now Merchant leaves the game, and Connor Lynch comes back in for this stretcher with 14 minutes left. And he kicks it into the corner.
Yeah, at this point in time, too, you're going to notice that Boyertown's going to really try to slow this one up. I mean, it's, the time's in their favor now. We're getting down, right around the 13.5-minute mark. And Springford really, really going to have to start taking changes, as we've been saying, this whole second half, as that ball's going to get out of bounds. It'll be a Springford throw-in. As this wind just continues to howl here at Wildcat Stadium, just relentless.
Oh.
And we're going to have a yellow card on Lynch on that particular play, and he's going to come back out. Merchant's going to go right back in.
Coming into the game for Springford, number 22, Andrew Merchant.
Here's Boyertown getting ready.
I mean, you could just
Oh, the wind moves the
You
ball.
can see the Boyertown player there. The wind is just brutal right at the moment.
High ball, Merchant heads it up, but Boyertown's got it.
Oh boy.
Uh-oh. Good
Oh,
save there.
wow. Good hustle back. Liam Murray. McBoyle came out, which he has to do in that situation. You have to contest it because you're hung out to dry. And luckily on the back end, Liam Murray went there and hugged the post and was able to kick that one to the side harmlessly. Some real anxious moments, and Boyertown was really looking to seal the deal with that opportunity.
Yeah, Murray really could have just saved the game there with that save. Here's Zanena kicking it up.
Good defense.
Mossop trying to get to it. Oh, just misses it.
Offsides.
Yeah, offsides. Oh, tries to kick it past McBoyle. Free kick here with McBoyle, getting ready to kick it. McBoyle again coming out. Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
That was a little
He
scary.
is way out on that one. Like you said, it was a little scary. If that's in Boyertown's possession, that's could be a real good opportunity for Boyertown. Good ball by Wirtz, getting it down the corner to Bodenschatz. Bodenschatz, real nice job getting that one. He's going to look for the cross. Gets it. Oh!
Just behind and a little Boyertown tipped it.
Yeah, Boyertown tipped it. He had a good opportunity there, and you can see this one. They're springing him. McBoyle needs to come out. Oh, and he's unable to. And that is the second goal for Boyertown in this game, and that might be just a little bit too much for Springford to mount a comeback at this point.
That's soul crushing right there.
With 11 minutes and 21 seconds remaining in tonight's contest.
You go down from almost getting a scoring opportunity, and then you give up a goal. That's never fun.
No, not at all, and that's what we were talking about. You know, Springford has to take that risk, and Boyertown's going to look to spring their forwards, and real good outlet pass, and nothing McBoyle could do on that one for sure, and that might be just way too much for Springford Rams to overcome at this point in the game, with just over 11 minutes left. But you know, they got to keep fighting. You know, you never know. Get a favorable bounce here, and you're right back in it.
You definitely don't want to give up here. You still got 11 minutes, but you really got to put the pressure on now. Ooh. Seems that they're having a little bit of words down there after that hit. Ref trying to
Yeah, the
calm
ref
down,
does a
break
nice
them up.
job. Just remind them, hey, you know, the contact's there. Just keep a level head.
Uh-oh. Ooh. Good play there to get it back to McBoyle. Just gets it by Mossop.
Yeah, Springford's just struggling to get possession here. As Boyertown, you could really see that goal gave them a little bit of a jump because they were kind of just packing it in and content with it. And now all of a sudden, as McBoyle's caught in no man's land, and Christian Wirtz bails his keeper out in that one. But Springford's just having a hard time possessing this ball right now. And Boyertown's doing a nice job of playing a little bit of a keep away.
Out there on Boyertown.
And you can see Boyertown's back line. They have 6 guys on the opposite side of the 50. They're packing it in defensively right now and going to make it real tough for Springford to climb back into this one.
Yeah, they're not going to take any chances. Just going to stay back and just play keep away, honestly. It's a smart move. Also Manning tries to get a quick throw in. A little too far ahead for Duke. Ooh. Boyertown player down on the ground.
All right, the clock stops there with an injured Boyertown player. Big, heavy collision out there. Nothing malicious about it. Just good, both going for the ball in that situation. And unfortunately, that Boyertown player really took the brunt of that collision. And
it's the second yellow card.
He's going to be issued a yellow card. He's going to have to come off. So who are they going to put in here back in for Springford?
Alex Christic now coming in after Danana gets that yellow card.
Subbing into the game for Springford, number 13, Alex Christic.
Ooh. Good footwork, good moves over there by Nick Wilson, who had the first Boyertown goal. Almost gave him their third, and at that opportunity went off to the side of the net. Now one's headed back in from Boyertown, and that will go out of play. And that's going to end up being a corner, I believe, for Boyertown. And yes, that's what the ref signals. Coming in, this is what the Springford was worried about, was their set pieces, but Boyertown, all their goals have been on some beautiful plays and beautiful setups and assists to take this 2-0 lead here in the PAC final.
Good head there by Mossip. Good keep by Galati.
Oh, nobody's there. Look at Brendan Duke, though. He's hustling. He just realizes he's not going to be able to get to that, but there's no quitting that young man, that's for sure. He's been a leader for this Springford Rams team all year, and he's certainly not going to quit right now. I'm sure he's frustrated along with his teammates, but he's going to keep the pressure on until the final seconds run off this clock. And this, too, they just want to get one at this point. You certainly don't want to get shut out. Springford does have postseason. District playoffs are going to start coming up, but you want to head into districts with a little bit of a positive note. I mean, if even if they don't come back and win this one, you want to get something on the board.
You're just looking for anything to carry into the playoffs here in districts.
Yeah, a little bit of anytime you lose, it stinks. No matter if you lose 2-0, 2-1, but you want to see them to be able to continue to fight and be able to come up with something offensively in this game. Oof. McPoy, I thought that was definitely going to be heading out, but good hustle over there by Merchant, keeping in. Yeah, and you see what Boyertown's going to do. They're just going to, one-touch control, and they're sending it out. They're not going to be messing around with it for sure.
That's got to be frustrating if you're Springford, because
you
can't move anywhere.
You're hustling down there, and then you're just hustling back on defense because you don't have many people back there on defenses. Springford's looking for a run. Good job over here by, I think that's
Duke.
Duke or Galati. That's Duke over there. You can see him with his blue cleats just fighting for that ball and just continuing to hustle. Mossip tries to get it over here to Galati. They're just trying to do anything to get a little bit of a run. That's off of Galati. It'll be a Boyertown throw-in.
Ooh.
And that should be Springford throw-in, which it is.
Yep.
Mossip's going to take this and try to push it up quickly. Waiting for his teammates to get up the line. Bodenschatz unable to get anything on that one.
Trainer trying to get to it, but he can't. Austin Manning tries to keep it in. Oh, he lets it go. The throw in.
Good job there by Wirtz getting it into open space. Here's Murray. You know, he's got to carry it. He's got to push it up. And you can see Boyertown, they have all 11 of their players on that side of the 50 just collapsing back on defense and trying to limit it. Springford's opportunity. There's a left foot. Oh, good shot by Colin Trainer. Good save. Mason Kurtz again coming up big in this game time after time for Boyertown. Whether it be on saves or his aggressive play and, you know, coming up high into that box and limiting Springford's chances offensively. He's done a fantastic job for Boyertown tonight.
He definitely has. Every time I think of him, I just come back to that one save he had on Brett Galati, that diving save.
Yeah, on the Galati's left foot, that was a beautiful save, and that really, you know, again, you know, it's an equalizer, it changes the momentum of the game, and he put a stop to it real fast.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, nice ball to Bowden Schatz.
Oh, good
Back
play.
to Galati. Galati's unable to make her move. A lot of black jerseys in there to manipulate around. You know, Boyertown's really making it tough for Springford.
Yeah, it almost seems like every time a Springford player gets it, there's 4 Boyertown players right around them.
And again, here's that break that we're talking about with Springford having to push up. Number 17 there for Nick Wilson for Boyertown. He's looking to get his second of the game and really end this game. Any chance of Springford comeback. They're winding down with just over 3 minutes, and unfortunately, this stretch of runner-up play, runner-up position for Springford is going to continue into its 3rd consecutive year. It takes a lot to get to the finals in the PAC. A lot of good soccer teams here. Certainly nothing to be ashamed of, but Springford would have loved to have had a different outcome tonight, but this Boyertown team is just too strong and really has their number this year, and it's going to be the win number 3 for the Bears against the Rams this year.
Yeah, it's never easy just to lose 1 championship, but losing 3 in a row. Ooh, some battling going on down there. Austin Manning on the ground, a little struggle to get up, but he's okay. Yeah, but losing 3 PAC championships in a row has got to take a very large toll.
Yeah, it's tough. I mean, at this point, they just need to regroup and know what's in front of them. You know, the district playoffs are coming up. You want to be one of the top 5 teams to move on to states. So you got to get refocused. There's no time to dwell on this one. You got to put it behind you real fast. And I'm sure Coach Kissel will have that message for them tomorrow at practices. Boys, it was a tough loss. Boyertown has their number this year, but we got to focus on the next opponent.
Yeah, and that's got to be tough. Like, it's just to know that later next week you have districts and you just lost the PAC championship. It's got to be very tough. But they just can't let that get to them. They just got to focus on what's ahead of them.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to come from the senior leadership on this team. You know, you have Brett Galati, you have Brandon Duke, you know, Harry Bestable. You know, you have these guys that are seasons. They've been here. They played a lot of minutes over their careers. They're the ones you're going to look for the senior leadership and help them move forward and get refocused and right this ship and hopefully make a run in the district playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
As there's a Springford Ram down on the far sideline. Didn't catch his number of who that is. Unfortunately, there it appears to be, I think, possibly Lynch. No, Lynch is over here on the bench. But anyway, well, hopefully as the athletic crew is going out there to check on him, we're going to take a break here with 1 minute 26 seconds left in our PAC finals between the Springford Rams and the Boyertown Bears. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, everyone. Al Roker here. As a guy with his own catchphrase, I appreciate that after 75 years, Smokey's only said,
"Only you can prevent wildfires."
But I'm filling in because there's a lot more to report. Like when there are parched or windy conditions out there, you gotta be extra careful with things like burning yard waste. After all, wildfires can start anywhere, even in your neck of the woods. Go to SmokeyBear.com to learn more about wildfire prevention.
Hey, Dad. I need your help asking Jessica to prom.
Of course. Love is like the ocean. You have to tread the
Oh,
waters.
Dad. That's not the kind of help I needed. Hey, Jessica. Will you go to prom with me?
Yes.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care can't wait to share their first with you.
Hello, everyone, and we're back here at Wildcat Stadium here for Boyertown against Springfield in the PAC Championship. We got 1:26 left. Boyertown leads 2-0. Colin Trainer coming off as Colton Pollock now checks in for him.
Yeah, it's not good. He's not putting any pressure whatsoever on that knee, and immediately when Colin went down over there, they waved to the sideline immediately, and he is not putting anything on that knee. That's just certainly not what Springford Rams and any of its teammates wanted to see at this point in time. Hopefully, nothing too serious, nothing that he can't bounce back from, because Cole is one of those players they need, especially in district play.
Yeah, definitely. Now you just want to try and get out of this without any more injuries here. Just put this one behind you and get ready for districts.
Yeah, we're
That's all
at the
you can
1
do.
minute mark here, and the writing's on the wall. Unfortunately for Springford, they came into this game hopeful they were going to be able to crack this Boyertown mystery that they are unable to solve all year long. This Boyertown team's real solid. Again, they're ranked third in District 1, and they're a solid team. We know Springford's a solid team, but Boyertown just matches up real well against the skilled players of our Springford Rams. And unfortunately, the Bears are going to take home their 5th title, and Springford again is going to be runner-up for that 3rd straight year in a row.
I think Boyle gets the ball, boots it up. Last 5 seconds here. Everyone getting ready to celebrate here. And Boyertown is your 2019 Pioneer Athletic Conference champions.
Yeah, unfortunately, that'll do it. You certainly don't want to see anybody but your home team celebrating. And the one bad thing from this game, let alone you lose 2-0, is the fact that probably one of your best players over here with an injured knee, and hopefully that's nothing's too serious. It certainly Springford came out here and played their hearts out. Gave it everything they had, but this Boyertown team's just too strong. Sometimes you got to give it to the other team, and we have to give it to Boyertown for being a real strong team all year. They've been a force in the Pioneer Athletic Conference this year, and they earned this title. And like we said, we talked about it during the broadcast during this game, is you hope Springford can flip the script real fast and be ready for opening the districts. And that's all for now, and hopefully the Springford Rams girls can win the second part of this doubleheader, and hopefully we can at least salvage one trophy tonight.
Yeah, definitely. All right, thank you here for tuning in at RCTV. We'll catch you in the second game for the Springford Rams against the Boyertown Bears next.